All right, hello and welcome to the fourth and final installment in my 2022 planner flip through. We're going to cover October through December, where there was a lot of stuff going on. So a lot of exciting things happened, especially in October. So let's just jump into it. So like I said at the end of the last flip through video, I have pictures here, mostly from my bachelorette party, but also from our little Halloween get together at our apartment with my fiance and I. October was really busy, but in a good way. So lots of different wedding appointments as well as my bachelorette party. So like this weekend we were still wedding planning, even though like I was recovering from my latest COVID booster. We did our cake tasting, which was fantastic. I had a dress fitting. We celebrated 10 years together, which was really exciting. He had a suit fitting. We went to a pumpkin patch for our anniversary to celebrate, and then I left the next weekend for my bachelorette party, and the weekend after that we had like a little Halloween party. So pretty much every weekend was accounted for, which is not normal for us, but we love October. So there's that. This was the first full week of October, which is where we had our cake tasting, and then we also just really liked the guy who owned the business, and he offered to us that, hey, we do rehearsal dinners, and we were trying to figure out a rehearsal dinner because we were almost 3 months away from our wedding and we still hadn't figured out our rehearsal dinner options, and they were just going to charge us for like the food and that was it, along with like gratuity, I think. So that was a lot better than a lot of the other options that we were finding, which was like, so it's like $2,000 just to have the space, and then you can pay for food on top of that. And we were like, no. So What a Dish Cafe and Catering, their food's really good in Dana Point, and they had a cute little outdoor patio space that we used for our rehearsal dinner eventually. And that's where we had our cake tasting as well. The wedding cake side of things, or the bakery side of things, it's called It's All About the Cake. These were our favorite people, I think, throughout our whole wedding planning process. This was the easiest part of wedding planning and the most fun I had at a wedding planning appointment. So yeah, that pretty much sums up that week. We were also like fine-tuning our guest list because we did have a few like last-minute changes, and just ordering small things like my hair accessory and our vow books, which turned out so cute. So yeah, just wedding planning. And then this might be my favorite week that I decorated all year. So this was our 10-year anniversary. I used this like Enchanted Forest kit, and I have like extenders on like 4 different days. And I've got custom quotes from different song lyrics that remind me of my relationship that I got from Plannahannah. This one she sells on her own, but like I did a bunch of little fruit fly in here. I don't know if you can see that. Actually, that's not a fruit fly, it's some sort of little gnat. But the custom ones are right here and right here. So yeah, 10 years together this day, and I used underlays and everything, and I used different colors of underlays, and this just turned out so cool. And then also it was 3 months till our wedding this day, and we were going out for our anniversary and all of that. And then we went to the pumpkin patch this day on our 9-month engaged mark. And then I was dealing with dress fittings and stuff like that. That was stressing me out. So yeah, I think this is pretty much my favorite week that I decorated in all of 2022. It just turned out so pretty. But it is tied. I also really love this one. This was the week of my bachelorette party up in Lake Tahoe. And this one, again, like, first of all, I just really love the kit, but then I also used a bunch of underlays too. I was really into underlays in these moments, in these weeks in October. So yeah, this was my bachelorette party. Tested myself for COVID to make sure I didn't bring it to anybody. Also have like 4 extenders here. I love how I did this one where like the little cabin opens up this way. It's really cute. I did put this full box down upside down, but luckily it's like a flat lay situation. So like you can tell it's upside down, but it's not the end of the world. But I remember decorating this week and being like, did I seriously put that full box down upside down? So yeah, this was my bachelorette party weekend. I actually have 5 extenders this week. When I have underlays, I really like to use extenders to make sure that you can see the underlays. But yeah, my bachelorette, really chill, nothing too crazy, but we did hike, we ate good food. I wrote Taylor Swift Midnights was an EP. For some reason I thought it was an EP, and then I realized it was an album, but it's fine. And I was the last one standing at my bachelorette party. I've been really down to party the last year with like my wedding and everything. Like I'm still not the person who can stay up till like 3 a.m., but like I can hang. Then this is the week before Halloween, and so I used a Stranger Things kit because we had not a very big Halloween party, not that many people were actually able to make it, but we dressed up as a couple of Stranger Things characters. And again, I've got lots of extenders. For this kit, it was mostly because I bought the extra full boxes from Simply a Mess, so I just wanted to use extra full boxes. So let's see what happened here. My dad retired, sort of. Our wedding invitations arrived. And what else happened? It was one of my brother's birthdays, of course. Oh, my fiance picked up his suit for the wedding. We dressed up and hosted our costume party, and then just engaging in a lot of wedding planning. Oh, and I was writing thank you notes to my bridesmaids for the bachelorette party. Oh, and we were getting bad news during this time as well. So that's October. Really busy month. Kind of unusual for us, but we love October. So then let's go into November, which was a little more calm because mostly we were focused on like planning our wedding and then making sure we could spend Thanksgiving with family. So we did send out our invitations like 2 months before the wedding. That's just what worked for us. I picked up my wedding dress kind of early in the process, but nothing changed as far as fit. So I was glad to have it done early, and then I also had my hair and makeup trial, and then we visited my family for Thanksgiving, and the very end of November, we had a meeting with our venue. So this was the week of Halloween. What happened? I was exhausted, typical, addressing wedding invitations, another brother's birthday. Oh, we applied for our marriage license because you start that process online, at least that's how it works here, so we did that. And then we were working a lot on our website because we were going to send out invitations. So we didn't have our website done for Save the Dates. We didn't think it was that important. But we did need to have it done, obviously, by the time that invitations went out. That was our idea. It was like, if people really need all this information, like they can get it with the invitation. They don't need it like 6 months early. That's how I feel. I don't think there were like a couple people who asked us questions like before invitations went out, but it was like 2 people. So it was like everyone else, I don't think, minded waiting. Voting and then putting together all our invitations so they'd be ready to go. Every time we mailed something out and like got all of them out, it always felt so good. I'm like, we did it. We corralled all these people and sent them all mail, and supposedly it all got there, you know? So I went to the post office on Monday and mailed out all our wedding invitations, and then also dropped off my ballot because this was an election day in California. And then we got our first RSVPs like almost immediately. So these are some local friends of ours, so it only took like a day for our wedding invitation to get to them. And I thought it was funny that they were the first to RSVP. And then there were many, many weeks of tracking down RSVPs after this point. Oh, I was feeling burnt out this weekend because there's just a lot going on, doing some home stuff. We chose our first dance song. More on that later. And I was ordering little small decorations for our wedding and all of my wedding stickers for my planner, of course. And then I picked up my dress from the alteration studio. So that was good. I was glad to have that done early on. And then this was the week before Thanksgiving, so 2 months till our wedding. And 10 months engaged. Nathan's coworkers surprised him with a little wedding shower. It was a combined wedding shower and like 2 baby shower for like other people he was working with. What else happened? I was breaking in my wedding shoes. Cal won the big game. Heck yeah. And then I was drafting some decorations, like some signs for our wedding. And not a lot happened this week. And then this was Thanksgiving. So I was off this week. So I did a bunch of grading this day, had my hair and makeup trial this day with my time off, and then had to pack up, did some more grading, and then spent Thanksgiving with my family for a couple of days. And then we drove home this day. So we were really tired after that because it was a really packed week. But we did go to Berkeley this day for a football game, so that was fun. And then, of course, decorating for Christmas and making sure we were ready for our next meeting with our venue. I love how this week turned out. So the kit and the foil are both from Winter Designs, and I just adored this. And then we get into December. Another kind of chill month. Like, we didn't do much other than wedding plan and visit family because that's pretty much all we had time for. So this was the week that my fiance went to his bachelor party. So we had a meeting here with our venue to go over details, or it was a phone call really. So we were prepping for that and then working on things that they asked us to work on based on that meeting. I was doing Vlogmas on Instagram at this point, so you can find the highlights on my profile if you want to go check that out. And then I had a girls' weekend with my cat because my fiance was gone for his bachelor party. Nothing of note really happened here other than I finished the latest season of The Crown and I got my flu shot, and then Nathan came home. So that was good to have him back. I'm glad he had fun at his bachelor party. And then this week I was making gingerbread cookies. This was the last week of classes where I teach. We had our potluck at work, and then we went and picked up our marriage license this day, which was cute, and we went on a cute date night after that at a Christmas attraction or a holiday attraction. And then more wedding planning. So we were getting like early wedding gifts, so we were writing thank yous for that. Had a lot of emails to send. We started practicing our first dance and talking about music for a really long time. Which in hindsight, we talked too long about music because we requested, we put together this whole reception playlist, and then I realized that maybe we should have just not done that because that's not what our DJ ended up. He didn't just play that playlist, obviously, so we wasted a lot of time on that, but oh well. It's a fun conversation to have at least. And then this was the week before Christmas, so I was doing a lot of grading. We were practicing our first dance. We were 1 month out till the wedding at this point. And we had a phone call with that DJ and just lots of grading. Went to San Diego this day to visit my sister and show her how to do up my wedding dress at the reception. And then just doing things like contacting anyone who hadn't RSVP'd yet and checking in with our vendors, because I would have done this later, but it was going to be Christmas and New Year's, and I figured people were not going to be available. So I figured, let's do it this weekend instead. And then this was the week of Christmas. I have a couple of extenders here. So I finished grading this week. We finally finalized our rehearsal dinner menu, and I was on winter break, and then we went to visit my family for Christmas, so we were there these 2 days mainly. And my fiance's family was mourning a loss, unfortunately. But that was Christmas. And then this week, you have not seen, there won't be a memory keeping week on this, or plan with me on this week, because I did this on my own. But you will see the next video after this one will be this same week in my new planner with a different kit. So you will hear about this week eventually. This was the week after Christmas, so I did a Christmas spread in this planner, and then the one in my new planner will be more like New Year's / wedding themed. So we drove home this day and had our own little Christmas, just the two of us together. I was doing some mock-ups for decorations for the wedding, working on my wedding vows because we wrote our own, and then celebrating New Year's, just to chill, New Year's at home, and New Year's Day at home as well. And with all of this, practicing our first dance because we were only a couple weeks away from our wedding at this point. And we finished up our RSVPs, figuring out who was going to be there, who was not going to be there at our wedding this week. So that was good. But with all of that, that is my 2022 planner. I think I'm going to end up taking out some of these pages up at the front because I didn't use these. So I have like 6 months of pages that I'm not using. But yeah, that is my 2022 planner from Michaels. They don't make these anymore, sadly. So the next time you see a planner on this channel, it will be, sorry, my rings keep turning around because it's really cold today. The next time you see a planner on this channel will be my Sadie Stickers planner. So we're gonna put Michael's recollections on the shelf, say thank you to 2022 for a lot of really great memories, and I hope your year had at least a few bright moments. For us, it was a really exciting year, obviously, because we had gotten engaged and we're planning a wedding. There were also a lot of really difficult things, some of which I have talked about on this channel, and some of which I can never talk about publicly. So just keep that in mind that, like, trust me, there's not great stuff going on in my life too. I just can't blast it on the internet because there would be repercussions for that. So we're not gonna get into that here. But yeah, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're having a good week, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.